The Rancor's Brothel presents The Curse of Strahd.
I was waiting for Godot.
You have to answer in the form of a question.
I said, what is waiting for Godot? Do we need to go back to the tape?
I didn't hear you say what is.
Again.
I didn't
Every
hear it.
something.
I didn't hear it.
He was 2 feet from you!
Yes.
I didn't hear it isn't an excuse. You did hear it, you weren't listening. You perceived the sounds, you just didn't translate them in your brain to English.
Just trying to listen
Can we take that moment and put that as a brothel rule? You heard it, you just didn't listen to it. Like that is brothel D&D in a nutshell.
Another t-shirt, I think.
Hey everybody. How's it going? Oh, hell. So, we're back. After what I must say was a lovely adventure with Azathoth. Thank you for that.
It was a mediocre adventure with Azathoth.
I enjoyed the out of it.
That's good.
You don't have your pizza box for notes, though. I am disappointed that there are no pizza box notes.
I mean, I already ate the pizza. The box is in your kitchen. So,
if you need extra notes,
I
you know
have a
where to get it.
notebook right here. I have a steno pad this time.
And I meant to say this before we started recording, but I always forget. This evening will be a little bit interesting. I feel as though we have, we can edit all this out later. I feel as though we've lost the thread a bit in the last couple of episodes. We've been sort of meandering. So tonight might be a you guys make a decision kind of evening. So there may be a point where you guys make a decision and I say, hold on, you're going to have to give me 15 minutes. And before we go forward, because it is quite a branching path from here on out.
Can we get a recap? Like, all I can remember is Lestat, like, walking away to sad Hulk music and climbing a wall.
Yeah, the only thing you're missing from the last adventure is the wholesale slaughter of everybody in that building. Because that was like 2.5 hours of our last session.
What building?
The Abbey?
Okay, yeah, we killed all the things.
Yeah,
Right.
lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and
That was
lots of
fun.
death.
Yeah, Davun is kind of broken.
But then what about, didn't I go into a pond? I went into a pond. Ireena got taken.
That was way
right?
before that.
That was like 2 sessions
before
before
it?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ago.
This is why we can't take weeks off.
Why? Because you would have a better concept of time?
Well, I mean, I heard it all, but I just wasn't listening.
You should take notes, right, Lucas?
Stenopad.
Let's go back to that. Is there any other recap necessary? Or does everyone kind of remember where they're at?
I feel like the last thing we did was take a rest, though. Is that true?
The last thing you did was start digging graves. Well, at least he did.
Oh.
Davin started digging graves. I believe Pithur was helping.
I was with him.
There were 2 shovels. It was sort of
I
ambivalent
believe-
what you were doing.
I believe that you were holed up in that outside room that we found.
You were covered in blood. You were soaking in blood because that's what happened to you. I'm glad you reminded me, Matt.
Okay.
You went a little nutso at the end of the last episode.
Did I?
Yeah.
From all the murdering?
No, because you tried to put the body parts back together, and they didn't really... Puzzle pieces didn't really fit together because bits of their flesh were melting away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really going to have to listen to that episode.
The animal people. You were trying to figure out how the bodies worked.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't. And you went a little nuts.
Yeah, whenever they separated, they like magically just didn't fit anymore.
Mm.
In bits and places. Not entirely, but in bits and places.
Okay.
So, digging graves, making lunch.
I got to wash my hands first.
You got to wash quite a bit. I mean, yeah, you're kind of soaked in blood.
Well, I'm not making sandwiches with my torso.
It's true. I was gonna play a funny bit, but
Is there a source of water? Is there a place where I could refresh myself before making food? Because that sounds like something I would do.
Yeah, the pond where Ireena disappeared.
No, up at the Abbey on the mountain.
There is.
Okay,
There are sources of water. There is.
I'm doing that, and I'm probably trying to cook up a lunch. A lunner. It's a little later.
A lunner. So you guys actually.
I thought it was night.
It was night.
Yeah.
Okay, dinner, supper, whatever.
Because you guys had actually started to take your nightly rest, and you guys were running out at. You guys had actually run out to inspect the graveyard. So you said you were going to dig one for every one of these 60s.
I thought we had made it back to town.
You made it back to
we
town.
We were going to appropriate shovels, but
you already got them because you ran into him on the way out.
Yeah.
And then we went back and started digging.
I don't remember going back.
Yeah, because that's when he runs out and runs into you. Or more appropriately, Jeff. Jeff knocked him down.
Yeah.
Who the did Jeff knock down?
You. Because you were running around in a blind panic going...
Yeah, I remember that. Moron.
Now I'm making dinner? Okay.
Well, I mean...
He was making a joke.
No, I'm broke.
I'm pretty sure the last time I did it, I went... almost exactly like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost exactly.
I have got to stop with the heroin. Just days lost. I don't do heroin. Continue.
For days.
I'm only going to cut out that I don't do heroin.
Yeah, that'd be really great for the social worker at the table. You
Nobody would know that if you'd stop saying it.
They just assume you're a town drunk and go on with their day.
Yeah.
So...
I drink because I'm a social worker.
Leaving that in too.
Yeah, it's okay. All the social workers will get it.
Okay, to get the game back on track. So you guys are digging. This is going to take you a significant amount of time.
Yes.
Are either of you... Davun apparently is already committed to burying all 60 of these bodies. Are either of the two of you doing anything?
Yeah,
I am
Okay,
literally
I'm just-
making dinner.
This is going to be like a 48-hour process. So I'm making sure that... Davun, I'm assuming is it fair to say that you are either digging, eating, shitting, or sleeping for the next however long it takes to do the thing?
There will probably be less sleeping,
Fair enough.
but yes.
Because vampires don't need
I
to
feel
sleep.
like you picked an arbitrary amount of time for storyline purposes. Digging graves, I don't think it would take 48 hours, but...
Digging 60 graves would.
I'm a beast. I dig a grave a minute.
I don't think you do, but you can go ahead.
Time me.
Pithur, the steam shovel Colossus.
I also would like to point out that, to be fair,
Rage grave digging.
rage grave digging.
Strength checks all the time. Let's go.
The
I think I can pop it two more times.
We just lashed 2 shovels to his arms.
I also think you would be fairly ineffective in the dark. So I'm really not assuming you're really getting going until the next day when
We got
the
light
sun is up.
sources?
Anyway, what are you doing for the thematically appropriate amount of time it takes to dig 60 graves? Are you doing anything else? I'm asking
No.
during this
That's
passing
what I've
period
been
of
doing.
time. Matt,
Cooking dinner, eating, and then going to bed.
I'm reading this book I found.
After
Okay.
I've bathed.
It's going to take me a week.
mark that tick, sir.
It will happen.
Okay, so night passes. You're going to collapse from exhaustion at some point.
Yep.
You have to sleep for a few hours. You will too. You wake back up. You continue digging graves. You go into the next night. Anything anybody else wants to do? Matt, you're still just making dinner and sort of assisting.
Yeah, I mean, in the downtime I'll dig, but I will keep the boys fed and cleaned. I will probably question where the is the stat.
You haven't seen him.
There were still a few animals, things alive.
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yes.
I'll probably feed them. I don't know.
You could. They would be very hungry.
Give them some chunks of their brethren.
The drunk two-headed one just laughs at you when you do so and sort of just cackles, telling them that they should enjoy their last meal because he's never feeding them again. And
I mean, the last thing I'm going to do before we leave is let them out.
fair enough.
After I collapse, I'm going to try casting Remove Curse on the one that's chained up out front.
Okay. It is ineffective.
Is it?
I think you need the big boy one.
Which big boy one?
You wouldn't know, but I don't think Remove Curse will do it. Let me look and see. It does tell me. What'd you cast?
Remove Curse.
Doesn't work.
Really?
So yeah, you're unable to remove the curse. You cast it. It doesn't seem to do anything.
Okay. Let me see what else I can try. Go ahead.
I'll wait on you unless anyone else has anything else they'd like to do.
Where did we fall on the whole 10-point things?
Well, your 10 hit points
yeah.
are already gone.
Yeah, when
Because
we went to
it's
bed,
of
they're
the passage
gone.
of time.
No, you have to take a long rest.
Yeah, we did.
We've
been doing this for 2 days.
Slept.
I didn't take an 8-hour rest.
Okay, make me a constitution
I'm just
check.
saying. That's why I'm asking. Like, we kind of debated that we did it wrong, so I just.
Yes, no.
There's no debate. We did it wrong.
Yeah.
It's fair.
According to Wizards of the Coast, we it up.
Yeah, what do they know?
Bags.
It's not like their name's on the book or anything.
Okay, did we get them all buried?
Yeah. I'll say that you're working through the night and everything. I was waiting to see if Jeff wanted to try anything else.
The monk would like to ask the two gentlemen. So is people leaving your group like a regular thing? Or you get a furlough? How does that work? If nobody's going after him, did he leave a note?
You may go.
Oh, well, somebody's a little pissy.
Was there something else that you wanted to try specifically, Jeff?
Greater Restoration?
That would be your next step up as far as I understand the spell list, so.
That's what I'm seeing. And that's not until... That's a 5th level spell.
Yep. It feels as though we've had this conversation before, maybe not. So yes, 10 hit points go away, and we'll try and play them more in line with the rules from here on
What
out.
about the magi weapon? Does that have anything on it that were useful?
The huh? What magic weapon?
The amulet.
No, it's all fighting against vampires. No,
I don't remember all that it did, so
it for one point spent off of it. My turning 1 point is. Let me get the damn notebook.
He does cool things against vampires. It doesn't have anything to do as far as healing, or curing, or restoring, or anything.
I was just asking.
Yeah, no.
He's got some point spins where basically some of the points are daylight, some of the points are you spend some other points to turn vampires, you spend another point to just vaporize them, I believe.
1 charge is hold vampire. 3 charges gives vampires disadvantage when I turn undead. And 5 charges is sunlight.
Which could be useful if you're digging in the dark.
Will this go above 10 charges?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
Magic weapons, as far as I know, do not.
And that's per
ever
day,
go.
those charges?
No.
No,
Every day at dawn, it recharges 1d6 plus 4.
Oh, okay.
you guys continue through this, now what would be the second night. And as dawn breaks, perception checks.
Boy, I sure... Oh, crit fail.
Is that me too?
No.
16.
23.
I sure do miss that little demon-looking fellow.
Why?
Nobody's been bitching. It's weirding me out.
I'm sure you'll fill up the hole.
Oh.
And speaking of filling holes, why don't you open up, bitch? Crit fail on perception.
Thanks.
Still making breakfast now.
Pithur, you hear the clop-clop of a walking horse. Probably a horse being led on a lead.
Or a group of men with a coconut.
Or a group of men with a coconut. That is the other possibility. Jeff, you also hear, Davun also hears this, but you also hear someone wheezing. It's definitely coming up the path. They will be through the gate in a few moments.
Okay.
And as you see the burgomaster come around the corner, and you see a Vistana man leading a horse. And the burgomaster walks up to you and... Have you finished burying all the bodies?
How far along are we?
You can be done.
Okay.
I do think you guys are good enough to, in a day, bury that many bodies in a 36-hour period.
Okay. Then we've just recently finished.
Then I must ask you all to leave. I do not know whether what you've done for us is what you've done for Kresk, whether it was a good or bad thing. But you have brought his sight down upon us. And that is the one thing we cannot avoid.
You enjoyed the cries and the wailing.
We enjoy not being noticed. And I believe you have been noticed.
His all-seeing eye turns upon us.
It does.
The lightning bolt was enough to say, yeah, he was noticing.
And I believe one of his lapdogs has brought you a message. So read it and go, all of you. And with that, he's like, be out before the end of the day. And he begins back down the hillside to town.
Can we resupply with you? Perhaps purchase some more rations or something?
He already went over that.
If he
They don't sell.
Yeah, to
It's
say
not really a marketplace.
We got rid of the, the clapping bell and
Quid pro quo?
if he hears you, he pretends not to notice.
He also just said he didn't know if it was a good thing or not.
They are in the place farthest from Castle Ravenloft as possible. They've suddenly had a lightning strike, and now there is a messenger present. He's done with your
you too, old man.
whatever good the wine brought you, you've used it up.
Yep.
You probably use it up with a lightning strike.
Turn to the messenger. What do you have for us?
What happened to this place? It seems unclean.
We could probably discuss that later. I mean, don't messengers usually deliver messages? Cut to the chase, or I'm not tipping you.
Yes, of course. What do they do with that?
Hopefully not lose it is the answer.
lose it. Stuck it.
Guys, I left it at home.
Wait right here. Let me return 2 days to my people.
Madame Ava has sent me. This message comes from Strahd himself. I suggest you burn it.
Aren't you like employee-employer relationship or something?
Not so much.
Did you get in trouble?
We survive.
No, you individually. Not your people, I mean.
Okay, was the wax seal on this actually broken?
It was broken when he handed it to me.
Oh, yeah, but it wasn't broken when the Vistani handed it to me.
No, I haven't read it. I actually don't even know what it says.
Okay.
Lucas legitimately has not read this message.
To be fair, I will stick up for Lucas and his new character here. I sealed that about 8 months ago, and I pulled it out of the envelope, and it was broken when I handed it to Lucas. So.
Okay.
You do see that it has a Strahd-like. It has a seal on it with a Z across it, and it has a raven and a castle, facade in the background.
Imaginary, but it's there. Couldn't take the time to carve that in, like with a nail.
No.
Okay.
Not wasting my time.
Fair enough.
Should have said something. I'd have made you a seal. I've got sealing wax.
It's fair.
It's that kind of seal.
Damn it, read out loud.
I finished reading it 2 minutes ago. I'm just staring at it.
Give me the thing.
You didn't say it in the voice. He doesn't have to.
Give me the damn letter.
Lucas just handed me a letter saying...
Lucas's name is Vistani #1.
No, Lucas physically handed me a letter.
He's describing to the people who cannot see what we are doing.
Yes.
Right.
My friends, know that it is I who have brought you to this land, my home, and know that I alone can release you from it. I bid you to dine at my castle so that we can meet in civilized surroundings. Your passage here will be a save one. I'm assuming that's a typo.
Yeah.
I await your arrival. Your host, Strahd von Zarovich.
Maybe it's a typo.
Maybe it's a save one.
Oh, it's a save point. We haven't had one of those yet. Click.
Probably has something to do with the fact that font is really fun and scripty, and I did not notice the typo. And it would not have had a red underline on it because it is a real word.
Thanks a lot, Microsoft.
Yes, actually, literally, thanks a lot, Microsoft. I really enjoy the spell check. Just throwing it out there.
Usually it works out real well.
Yeah.
Useful.
Grammar's my problem. Spelling, thank you. Oh my god, I forgot to read cursive.
I don't know, right? Schools now.
Like, the first thing that I looked at was I await in cursive. I was like, wait? The is that? What the fuck is that? Okay. Who have brought you here to this land, my home? Okay. You know that Falone can release you from it. Okay, got it. Thanks.
You gotta go find a guy named Falone.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your message.
See ya.
Later, Tater.
So what's Madame Eva got to say? It's been a while.
Madame Ava says many things. What do you wish to know?
Yeah, okay. Let's just go to Strahd's and have dinner.
I say he is ill-advised.
What advice would the underling of the vampire lord have to give to us? What could you say that isn't already a system of manipulations from the Lord Strahd?
And what's your stake in it?
How so?
What do you care what we do?
Like steak. Oh.
Wish to defeat Strahd, yes?
I'd be happy to get home, but...
I've been clicking my heels every evening before bed. It's not working.
The anachronistic monk.
Yep.
That's your new
personality.
nickname.
Yeah, that's fine. Monk I can't do it.
Monk anachronisms?
Yes, that was a thing.
No, I guess Davun wouldn't be just happy to get home. But
Would Davun be happy to talk to a Vistani?
Vistana is also the singular, just so throwing that out there.
I learned that too. I didn't know.
yeah, Davun doesn't really have anything against the Vistani.
Okay. So you delivered your message by...
It's not so simple. Madame Eva has tasked me to accompany you.
That's exactly why I asked what Madame Eva had to say.
You said, what does Madame Eva have to say, not as what does Madame Eva want you to do.
There's a cultural difference. He's a gypsy.
No, Madame
saying.
Eva said, go
There's a
and do
difference.
this.
There's a difference in words.
Okay, well, like,
So
you're
what?
just going to tag along and we're all going to be good friends now, or...
Yeah. So what exactly does Madame Eva want you to do, and what does Madame Eva want us to do?
Why don't you give us some of that damn potion we can get through the f***ing fog? That would help us plenty.
I don't think I have any of that push.
That's because it was fake.
Yeah, I know.
Was it really?
Yes.
Remember the Vistana?
We found the girl, and he said, "No, I won't sell you that because it's bull."
Pretty much.
I don't remember him saying it. Bull. Okay.
Yes.
He
Not
said
so many
He
words.
said it was not nearly as effective.
And when I detected magic, there was nothing magical about it.
Retract what the monk just said.
Vistani do have some killer wine.
Or do you have a seed? We're looking for one.
I turn to Davun. What are we doing?
You want to go sit with Strahd and have dinner?
No.
No. Where would you like to go?
I want to get Ireena back.
I still feel like there's somebody or something helpful at the other lake.
Yes, the crazed wizard is probably one of our best bets at least getting information on how to get to Strahd.
Trying to find Rictavio.
Another good source of information.
I don't know that running off to face Strahd at this point is a very good move.
It'd be a lot of fun, though.
No, it's not.
I mean, the game would end, but one way or another, the game would end.
Maybe.
Okay,
End with his head on a pike.
I have kind of a mechanics question outside of all this.
Sure.
The whole cure or remove curse thing
Yes.
got me thinking.
Yes.
If we went and found this mad mage, if he is really completely bat crazy, would I know what kind of if there was some way that I could cure that?
It's probably the same. Wouldn't it be the same spell, though?
We're gonna talk a little
I don't know.
You would know.
psychotherapy, perhaps.
You would know it would be theoretically possible.
Yeah.
I mean, you've cured mental illness before, as far as a,
And
cleric.
how would I have done that?
Is that just a regular healing spell?
No.
No, I mean some of it is mental. Some of it is
Like, would it be what's listed as psychic damage?
No.
No. Okay.
I mean
I mean, if he's raving mad and we can't
Like, he's like
communicate
making
with him-
race cars out of his own poop mad.
Yes.
Like, can we get anything from him?
Can
But
we
we're not gonna know
break?
till
Can
get
we
there.
can we magically break somebody out of something like that?
Yeah, I mean it's possible. I think roll me a religion check.
Or am I going to get there and find out? Oh, it takes a 5th level spell and you're only a 5th level character.
Well, let's see what you roll.
Run around and kill some squirrels till
I'll
we're
cast guidance.
ready. The vampire squirrels.
That will do. Religion is 23, 26.
Remove curse is not going to remove most inflicted madnesses. I mean, there are some things, obviously, that remove curse does, but whenever you studied, you would have known that greater restoration is probably more what you're looking for to cure madness. If it is a madness that was gotten between two high-level wizards dueling it out, as the Vistana told you several weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yes, if you are going with that assumption that is correct, you're going to assume that whatever made him mad was pretty potent magic, and you're going to need some sort of restoration type spell.
Okay.
Meta, how long do you got to get, like, what level do you have to be to have that 5th level spell?
9th?
Well, beans.
It's gonna be a while.
Let's go talk to him anyway, because There's nothing else we could do.
Okay. My only compunction about going to him is that this is a wizard that stood toe-to-toe with Strahd on his own. And if he is bum crazy, I don't want him turning that on us.
I mean, if he is crazy, then maybe he won't be that good at magic.
You mean like turning violent or trying to make you crazy?
No.
We also don't know that he's crazy.
Well, no, we don't.
I still don't know that he actually
Do we have a
exists.
scroll of some kind of restoration? Is that a podcast I'm listening to?
There was a scroll of make a giant feast.
There was that.
Why don't you use that instead of making dinner last night?
Lucas, roll me an intelligence check with advantage.
Sure.
That scroll is for nights when you just don't feel like cooking, you're too tired, you get takeout.
I'll get a +1. 17.
You were in camp that night. You remember it. It was earth-shaking, ground-quaking, lights and fireworks, and it was a duel. This was a duel that...
mage you talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
The duel that the story that he spoke about, you'd have known the Vistana, while he was embellishing, was not embellishing much.
Okay.
And as far as you guys know, the lights flashed, the ground shook. And you gotta remember, the Sir Pool encampment is not near the Castle Ravenloft. So you were seeing it from, say, a half mile or a mile away, maybe, give or take.
It's not far from it, though.
No, it's not far from it, but it's still not close. I mean, if you're talking about sheer, what do I want to say, topography, it's at least 2,000, if not 3,000 feet above you, let alone the distance.
Yeah.
So you would know that it was a vicious combat.
Okay. I don't know if this... at this point, I don't know if we're talking or if you're talking about this in game. I've kind of lost track. So are you discussing this in game? If so, then I'll relay that.
Well, no, he came to me and wanted to know where we were going.
Right.
And
Either
we're kind of discussing options.
If they're discussing the Mad Mage, that is what you would know.
Okay. If you are discussing the Mad Mage, I will relay that.
It was not Vishtani storytelling bullshit. You were there. It was pretty epic. About a year ago, I think. Roughly.
Oh, really? That
I
recent?
assumed it was longer than
I
that.
thought it was a legend.
No, I think it was. I think the Vistana actually says in his story that it was like a year.
I must have missed that.
Let's go find this mother.
Well, did we just go to the wrong lake the first time? Was that what happened?
No. We were... It's the lake that the girl was going to drown in.
That we found a crazy guy on?
We just didn't
Go look for him.
go look for him.
I mean, we found a crazy man.
Yeah, but we discussed that night, that he wasn't the wizard.
Okay.
If he's a wizard, he sure didn't use his magic to escape you.
Yeah,
Yep.
the wonderful Wizard of Strahd.
Well, he was kind of out of it, and I think we knocked him out. Question mark? We did. Pretty sure we did.
We did at one point, but he was awake in the Vishtani camp, and he didn't fight back.
Right.
Yeah, so if he was some sort of all-powerful guy can go toe-to-toe to Strahd, definitely, I don't think it was him.
Yep.
Sure.
Unless he did his voodoo after we left. Who knows?
No clue. We have not been back to that Vishtani encampment since.
Someone rode through there last night, or right past it.
No. What did I see?
You saw nothing unusual.
It's all good.
We've got the Amber Temple. We've got... Was it like a swamp area that the Baba Yaga's at? Sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We have that. The windmill we kind of want to do for S&Gs, but I don't know.
Yep. Anything tickle you guys' fancy?
I've always been intrigued with the windmill idea
Me too.
since the very beginning.
I do not suggest this.
Yeah, I know. We've heard.
No. Why do you not suggest this?
Because he's Vishtani, and they don't want to talk about the windmill.
Well, look, if you want to hang out with us, you're going to talk. Please.
What's in the windmill?
Great evil.
We're in a
I mean,
land made up
on a
of
scale
evil.
of 1 to Strahd, like how great of an evil?
Can we make that a t-shirt with various images of evil
With
things?
Strahd at the top.
A little Darth Vader in the middle.
All right.
How evil are you?
One to Strahd.
And then my picture's all the way to the left of Strahd. You say I'm evil.
Do you know? Do you know what's in the windmill?
Does the new info dump guy...
Have info to dump.
He does. He's trying to figure out how to explain it.
Corvus knew what was in the windmill, but you guys never asked.
Man, motherfucker.
Yeah, I think we missed a lot of opportunities with
If
not.
only
Yes,
Corvus
you
would
did.
have f***ing worked something into the conversation.
Well, if he
why
wasn't
would
a
he have
shady
cared?
motherfucker, then maybe I would have been more inquisitive.
Yeah, he had his own agenda.
It's like we didn't f***ing ice him.
Still, never lied.
What the f*** ever. you.
Just withheld an awful lot of truth.
Yeah, some people
Maybe lies of
Some
omission?
people say omission. Yeah, I would.
He's got some Bill Clinton lies, okay?
Yeah.
What is?
I mean, he wasn't a people. You know? Like,
He was a people.
things. No,
He was a people and.
no. I reject your truth.
Multiple people.
More of a people than you are.
Off. I'm a half orc.
Exactly.
Other half is people. He was all were-raven.
Yeah, he's all raven and all human.
He's the best of both worlds.
Man, bear, pig.
I believe they were asking the Vistana about the windmill.
Yes.
And everything else he could shapeshift into.
And he can call boars. Start over. Ask me again.
Line.
So what's at the goddamn windmill? Mini golf?
What do you know of witches?
Weeches? Do you have a speech impediment, or are you talking about those things that suck your blood? That aren't Strahd?
That would be vampire. Which sounds nothing like witch. but-
Leeches, you damn idiot.
Oh, I didn't
I thought he
hear
was
the
talking.
witches.
I
I got very
thought he was
confused.
talking about a place to get a pastrami.
I'm so mad, I'm gonna throw up.
Very confused by what you were saying.
I was waiting for someone to say weech weech.
My Oscar Wilde-like wordplay is lost on me.
Oh my god.
Let's be careful comparing ourselves to Oscar Wilde here, Matt.
That was another joke. Dick. I mean, we don't know.
So I'm ready to go whenever you are. I tire of all this talk and riddles and bullshit.
Let's talk on the road.
Like a witch is just like a girl wizard, right? I mean,
They weigh the same as a duck.
At his saying a talk on the road, I'm leaving. I'm walking away.
Pithur begins to walk away from the conversation,
Yep.
as he is wont to do.
I'm still going to keep talking.
I'm walking with Pithur and hollering back at them.
Can you talk while we're walking?
Probably.
Okay, that was me talking. I have to talk
right.
back.
You gotta do the voice.
Probably.
That one sounded like bubbles in a.
Strange. It's going in and out. My voice is going in and out.
Probably.
You keep playing, you're fine.
You're looking for something, and it's farther.
Okay, so while we're walking and talking, do we know what direction we're walking, or are we just storming off into the woods?
You can't read my handwriting.
We have to go down the mountain.
You do have to go down a ways, and then you have to
doing that.
meander through Kretsk. Then you have to get back to the Svalich Road.
Go back through Valaki.
Then you can't turn right because the road ends.
Let me know when we get to Kretsk. While we're talking here. So,
Where was the swampy place? That was south, like south of.
Yes, you don't actually really know, but you do know it is south.
Yeah, we know a general direction, like ish.
Yes, you do know a general direction.
so tell me more of these witches or whatever.
Beaches.
Weeches.
Bitches.
They
The
are.
witches.
Now he's turned into Chekhov.
Oh,
Weekter.
still hurts my heart a little. Oh, they are extremely powerful coven. We do not go there.
How many are in this extremely powerful coven? And I'm to assume that the Vistani have no magic users?
Again, I don't recall.
It's not uncommon, but it's not. It's
That wasn't something we really discussed. So.
your paranoia of witches has nothing to do with magic users.
Okay. That was where I was leading.
Right. Witch magic is extremely powerful and deadly.
Like
I do not suggest we go there.
like a level 5 deadly, like a level 7 deadly, like
Close to Strahd.
oh. Well, it might be a good warm up to know if we can actually do it.
Would not warm up with this.
Because well, if we lose to these, at least we don't come back as vampires.
Is anyone have Arcana bubbled in? I'm going to assume not.
Nope.
Nope.
Lestat did.
Perhaps he shouldn't have bitched out then.
I mean, what do you?
Perhaps he shouldn't have bitched out then.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say like whatever. Are you trying to get?
Religion.
Yeah, religion would be the only thing I could think of. If you're trying to get info about witches.
It's really a question of magic, not a question of religion.
I don't like how powerful they would be.
The coven part would be religion.
Wouldn't I know that, though? Anyway. That is true. There will be an order of things.
Well, you already know because you said coven.
Well,
Can I do an acrobatics check on that?
Yes, please make me an acrobatics check.
Like, you
Survival?
successfully spell out the word coven
I have
in
insight.
calisthenics. In yoga.
I was going to tell you, based on how well you roll, how many covens you can jump.
I have a plus
I have a
7.
26.
You can jump 15 covens.
Neat.
I've got a plus
in a
7
single
on insight without
Holy
help.
shit.
With a 27. No, Jeff, you would know that they are a group of magic users who are more powerful when their group is together.
Right.
Can you tell?
But like a coven of witches is typically 3 witches.
Well, if you're thinking in terms of like The Witcher,
give me a
No, I'm thinking of in terms of
witch lore.
maiden, mother, and crone.
Well, what about the craft? They have 4. Did you see season 2 of True Blood? There's like 9 of them.
Lucas, make me an insight roll.
I don't think I did.
just normal. No advantage.
Oh.
That is an 18.
There are many covens of witches in Barovia. You haven't encountered any. Lucas only knows of a select group or 2 that have residents.
Okay.
How does a coven of witches go unnoticed from Strahd?
If they're here, I don't think they do. We going to the windmill, we going to the lake, where are we going?
What if we could just convince the witches?
There's another
to
option I
join us?
thought of.
Okay.
I don't know how much interest you have in revisiting Valaki, but there was discussion previously of talking with the Wachter family. I feel like after reading the book that...
Were you really at me that you were done with that city? And
Yeah, 'cause you were like, this town, I'm done.
Yeah,
You
Till you
sounded
read the
like
book.
me leaving
that was like
college.
day 1, and then we stuck around for a week because you asked wouldn't leave.
Still so much more. Valaki, a bounty of riches.
Valaki's like this big in that book.
I believe the Wachters may have some information.
okay.
And if we're going to be passing that way to either the windmill or the lake,
And we will.
I'm just curious on...
We're going to walk into town and there's like nothing but cinder and ashes.
Oh no, I would bet definitely the opposite.
Berez would not, while it would theoretically be on the way, you would not pass it. You would have to branch off to get to it.
Berez is...
Yeah, you kind of just gave that away.
I've told you the name of the city like
Yeah.
14 times.
Yeah.
Corvus told you guys.
Oh, that's right.
Corvus knew where it was. The ruins of Berez are the swampy area.
Right. We would pass on the way to Valaki? Sort of?
You would pass the fork.
Right.
Svalich Road basically just runs east to west.
Right.
Like the equator.
I was under the impression that that Berez was even like further south than the hilltop or wherever we were.
I mean, maybe further south, but you would still pass the fork,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
I also don't remember exactly what was there that was talked about.
What was
Where?
And Berez.
Perez was where the other seed was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's who they thought had it.
Like the 3rd seed, right? The one that was the old dragon or something.
No, the
The second one.
second
Okay, the
one.
second one that was stolen recently.
Yeah,
Yes.
I need to shut up. Corvus knew that stuff, and I don't know that he shared any of that.
No, the whole party was told
He
about
did.
the seeds.
Yeah.
We got the whole seed lore.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It-
You may know like 2 other little bits.
yeah.
What they know is that 3 seeds were lost. There
Yeah.
is a story that you were told of how the first seed was lost.
Mm-hmm.
That may be the only bit of information you guys don't know.
Is there a signpost or something on the way that would say, Berez, this direction?
No, there's one that says
There's-
certain doom this way.
There's a Vistani who
this
could
way.
probably tell you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we got a map now.
I'm asking you the question.
I know. I'm looking it up. He also mentioned that there's a Vistani in
Yeah.
the room.
I don't know if we've caught on to this, but my guy's not exactly trusting of pretty much anybody anymore.
You have quite a walk before you will see said signpost if it exists. So, make me some sort of smart roll, Troy. Something intelligence-y based. Like history is my go-to, but maybe you have a bonus in something else.
I have ones across the board.
Oh, okay. Well, roll an out of 1.
20.
You distinctly do not remember any signpost pointing to Berez. You did pass several forks in the road, which would potentially go to Berez.
Yeah.
None of them listed Berez.
Okay.
I'm double checking to make sure that is the case.
I didn't think so, but it's been a while since we were there, so I don't remember
No, I lied.
if there was anything.
I looked at the wrong point on the map. You do remember passing a place that said Perez.
Okay.
So you would know that if you follow this Valich Road, yes. I don't know 100% that you would know it, but you rolled a 20, so I'll say you got it. So what are we doing? We were walking down, talking about...
I would say that as we're walking, I guess since if we're walking with each other, I would, as much as I can, sort of describe all the stuff that we did since he was gone, since I don't think we've really done that necessarily.
Oh.
And while
That's
he's
fair.
talking, I'll talk to the Vistani guy.
So Davun now knows about the trip to
Love
Van
how
Richten.
nobody's asked me my name yet.
We don't care.
You're Vistana number 1.
Fair enough.
Tradition.
He said it, but
Tradition.
I didn't really hear it. I didn't catch it.
Unda.
I heard something different then.
I didn't
Your
say
name
his
is
Unda?
Unda. That helps. Don't look at the back of that. Don't hold it up either.
Hold it up.
Oh my god, there's so much stuff!
Not that
So,
anybody can really read my handwriting.
What's your name there, sailor? Bitch?
Unda.
Good son to... Just kidding. Doesn't sound like a sneeze at all.
He chuckles.
Haha, you are funny, yes?
Yes.
Yes?
You're a funny man.
You would be considered funny with your people.
I do not get joke, but I will laugh so that it is socially appropriate, yes?
Also, your face is ugly. It makes me laugh.
So,
I like this guy.
were you in Madame Ava's encampment your entire life? Or are you because of like some kind of Vistani trading program or something?
Yes.
You don't get like, a shallow end in your gene pool or whatever?
I've always grown up near the Sir Pool.
Cool. So you've known Ava since you were a little boy, huh?
That begs the question.
Very much.
We were there at some point.
Oh, yeah. No. You
You would have seen me at some point probably, but everybody was kind of
everybody
trying to-
roll a die. Roll a d20.
Like, this isn't the guy that I sat and talked to on watch.
No.
No.
That would have been fucking cool, though.
Thought about it.
4, what are we rolling? Perception?
History?
You don't get to roll, Matt.
You weren't there.
You were there.
Oh, yeah, I would say history.
It's not hot. I got like a 7.
He looks vaguely familiar to Davin. You're like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen this guy before.
Yeah.
He's that one guy in that movie. He played Vistani number 3 in the camp.
So, hey,
You danced with Ireena.
let me ask you something since you're from these parts. This mad wizard, mad mage, mad wizard, whatever his name was. What's the story there? Is he like really like Jack Sparrow-y or what?
He was mad enough to go up against Strahd.
Like that's why they call him the Mad Mage, because he tried to do what others wouldn't.
Perhaps.
It's not because he's literally a crazy person.
Meeting Strahd changes you.
Now, do you know that because some Vistani?
Nuh-uh.
Do you know that because some Vistani?
Know what you're talking about. Let me wave at you.
Are you saying that because some?
Strahd didn't do that.
We don't know yet.
Are you saying that
Yeah?
because some? Oh, f- you. You're the worst.
As he twitches and starts talking, yes, I'll do it. Yes. He's got Renfield syndrome over here.
Are you saying that
What?
because some Vistani talked to him after the battle? Has anybody you know met him?
Strahd?
No, the wizard.
That's something we didn't discuss. I mean, I was there.
Doubtful.
Oh, yeah,
I don't think you would have met
We
him.
would have.
Not you, but any of your people, perhaps, that you've spoken with?
Roll me percentile and call over or under.
Roll a D. Well, roll a D6.
Do I call it, or him, or what?
Over. That's a 2.
The story says that your second cousin's grandfather's brother definitely spoke to him.
Cousin's roommate's girlfriend.
What does that make me? Absolutely
Nothing.
Okay, so, like, what are you, like, into? You know, any hobbies or anything?
I hunt.
For, like, what? Like wolves? Because that's all I've ever seen. Right, there's not, like, at night, there's not, like, crickets chirping and shit, right?
There's a lot of sounds of wildlife, but
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a hunter. I hunt.
Okay, cool.
I must feed my people. I hunt.
Neat. Maybe we'll have you scout ahead and you can get us a deer sometime. That'd be lovely.
You want deer? You can track deer.
Are you here because Ava wants you here? Or do you want to help clear the blight from this land?
Madame Ava sends me. I do not mind.
Okay. If Madame Ava sent you to do something you didn't want to do, would you mind? Or are you just a good soldier?
Nothing Madame Ava sends me to do, I do not want to do. She asks, I do.
Okay, well, that's just weird.
Where does Madame Eva sit on the whole Strahd thing?
Right on this. I'm sorry. I didn't really say that.
Oh no, you said it in the voice.
I know.
You said it in the voice.
That was an impulse. I meant, I'm sorry. Sometimes I say
stab
things.
Just cut off his dick.
I mean, Madame Ava's, I'm sure, a lovely woman. And virtuous.
Half-orc Tourette's.
Yes,
It's very specific.
when you're in your cell at night in the Abbey, you just talk to yourself to entertain.
So much for that vow of silence, huh?
There isn't a vow of silence in my order. Why am I talking to the DM in this voice?
See, once you get in it, you can't stop.
God, is that you? It's me, Margaret.
Thank you.
But see, I said it in the voice, so it was the anachronistic monk, which I said right.
Where does Madame Ava sit on the whole Strahd thing?
Madame Ava obeys. I obey Madame Ava.
Does Madame Ava want to obey?
No.
Okay. So it'd be really weird if she did and sent you to us to help. I'm not gonna lie, we have no reason to trust you. And
Madame Ava sends me with message.
yes,
I bring message.
and with a body to join our group. Just a little different.
She wishes me to help. I would help.
Okay.
Well, I mean, she did a reading for us and made us aware of certain things in this land and put us on certain paths. And it just seems kind of odd that she'd put us on these paths without a certain mindset.
What do you mean by mindset?
It's a word in the common tongue. It means.
I mean, if she didn't want us to be set against Strahd, why would she put us on the path to the things that we found?
You asked Madame Ava for a reading, yes?
No, we didn't ask for it.
You accepted?
We accepted.
This is the information she has given you. Madame Ava, she speaks in tongues sometimes. She means well. She prefer you learn it yourself. You make your own path. This is known.
All of you people seem to mean well. All I find are a bunch of cowards who are afraid to do anything about Strahd or anything in this land.
Many people in this land cower. Does not mean we are cowards.
I have not seen evidence to the contrary.
You go see Strahd then.
Well, I plan on it, but I plan on being prepared as well.
This is a good
But I
strategy.
don't sit around talking about it.
Some people talk to prepare for things. Perhaps what you see as cowardice is merely the generational preparation of a people.
Your monkey friend, he is smart.
Right.
I really don't like you now.
No, I'm just playing black sheep, and
it's not me!
No, I was talking to you. Damn it. I'm starting to like you, and now I'm not.
Okay, so we are moving back down. Do we have anything else we need to talk out?
Were you guys talking?
Do you have any magical items to help us on our way?
I bring message.
I mean, as we walk down, once we leave Kretsk,
I bring message.
and we're walking back towards Valaki, I would say something about, hey, there will be this fork in the road, this Perez place, the what are the names? The family.
The Mardikovs.
The Mardikovs have, they're missing magic beans or somewhere in there.
Yeah, what do native guy? Do you know anything of this Berez? Am I saying it right?
I do not suggest you go to Brez.
God, you sound
Christ
just like a
almighty, where do you
tiefling
suggest
I
we
know.
go? Where would you go?
I'll go where you go. I simply do not suggest it.
Where do you suggest we go?
That is
Have
not
you
my
been-
mission.
Have you been to Tahiti? Because the Vistana has.
I suggest Hawaii. It's beautiful this time of year.
Make a wonderful fruit punch.
Beautiful, all the year.
What do you know of Baba Saga?
Nothing really.
And you do not want to go to Brez.
Can you perhaps inform us of this
Baba Saga.
Baba lasagna?
Yes, I suggest you call it that.
I'm not here to make friends with demons, so sure.
And yet you were once friends with a demon.
Let's be careful calling on the word
Friend
friend.
is a very loose term.
But also demon. I mean, descended from, a horrible dictator doesn't make
Humankind.
one a horrible human being. He was descended of a demon bloodline doesn't make him innately evil. He was an asshole. Plenty of not demon things are assholes.
I'll proceed to tell you, my voice is going up. I'll proceed to tell you that Berez was destroyed by Strahd about 100 years ago. It was once a civilization of some sort, and Baba Lysaga now resides in that area.
What is Baba Lysaga?
No, lasagna works.
Okay, because that's way easier to say.
It's called Baba.
Huh?
Baba.
Okay, what's Baba like?
Baba Lysaga is very, very powerful witch.
Well, I thought the windmill was full of witches.
This is known.
Why do you have so many witches here? Those all vampires, man. It's werewolves.
There are many creatures here. Many of which will kill you.
For a very racially and diverse place, I only keep seeing people and the occasional elf. This is weird.
Strahd chose you, did he not?
I guess so.
I go where you go.
Any more information on this Berez place? I mean, just it has Baba lasagna and that's it?
Well, my DM gave me, yes.
Okay.
I understand that feeling.
I don't have the full history of Berez. I know it was destroyed by Strahd.
Berez is less of the problem. It's Baba Lysaga.
Right.
All right, cool.
If you were to, and I believe I told this to Lucas verbatim, so I'll repeat it for the good of the group. If you were to put a statistical number on Baba Lysaga would be a statistical number, albeit similar to the power of Strahd as far as the Vistani are concerned. Baba Lysaga is very dangerous. I believe I used the
So on a
word-
scale of 1 to Strahd,
she's pretty Strahd.
she's just below Strahd.
What about Coven of Witches at the windmill?
We do not speak of this.
For f***'s sake. Just go to the damn windmill.
Well, we're going to Valaki first.
Okay. Have we made it down the hill to,
Well,
Chris?
sooner or later, I'll
Sure.
make some random rolls. I'm making sure the conversation bit is long done.
Have we
at this
reached
point.
Kretsk? It's only like an hour walk,
by now.
right?
It's not even an hour walk.
Was
I
there
piss on the
anything?
wall.
Was there anything else that you wanted to talk to Davin about?
I guess I would ask him if he knew anything more about anything that we've encountered. If you could fill in any holes, if any of that, anything. Any of these things.
No. Did I meet Erwin's dad? Because he left
Yes.
and went to talk to.
Yes, you would have met him.
Okay.
He left and went to talk to who?
He left and went to talk to Erwin.
You met.
After you guys watched him.
Yeah, but he was.
Yeah, well,
he
we
was
didn't know
back.
where he flew off to.
Yeah.
We didn't know.
You said he was going to talk to Erwin.
One of them said that he was. Yeah, he went off to
Did he come back before we had left?
No.
Oh, so that's why, okay.
I ran into Esmeralda before I left Valaki, the chick at the tower.
Esmeralda Davin.
Oh,
Metal leg.
right.
Yeah. She was looking for
forgot.
Rictavia. Beyond that, no, I know nothing about Perez. Davin knows nothing about Perez.
It's gonna be hard, isn't it? Keep some of that info back.
Now, it's hard for me to remember who knows what.
Yeah.
Davin knows nothing about the windmill. Davin knows nothing about...
Really, to be fair, Davin doesn't know anything that you don't know. There are a few things that Davin probably does know, like how to contact Strahd in the middle of the night so he can drink blood and maintain this form. But besides that,
I don't know why you get upset about it. That was obviously said to elicit that response.
Or was it?
Yeah.
You know?
Whether or not it's true, it
Yeah,
was
that's what
done
I'm
to
saying.
elicit the response.
Yeah.
can't wait till Matt intentionally stays up on his watch to watch Davin watch.
Who watches The Watchmen?
You see his head spin
I'm
around
the
all
one
way.
who watches.
I believe I also use the phrase "Queen of the Witches."
Oh, yes. I was trying to... I remember she was like... I was going to remember what her title was if she had a title.
She doesn't have that title. She's the Baba
It's
Lysaga.
just... Right. That isn't Baba Lysaga essentially a title though, or is that her actual name? My understanding is it was
She's
kind
the
of
Baba
a title.
Lysaga. It is known.
This is known.
Anything else?
No, I guess not. I would rather not go from one end of Valaki to the other end of Valaki to come back to the other end of Valaki if that's going to be something. I would rather just, if we're gonna pass by Perez, let's do this. If we're not gonna do it, then we're not coming back over here. Because Perez is on one side, Windmill's on the other side. We're on the west bank, it's on the east bank.
I mean, I'm not excited about Perez. I'm not going to lie. I would much rather go to the Windmill.
The Amber Temple is somewhere
Way south.
way south, but
In the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
like in the same direction as Perez, kind of, isn't it?
You should ask the guy who...
Yeah, Perez is more west. It's southwest, but it's more south than southwest.
See, because you just used the word south like 5 times in that sentence, I don't want to ask Lucas.
The thing is, Lucas...
There's a south-south and
It was
a
a joke.
southwest.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Am I wrong?
No, I'm waiting for you to relay the information.
For what?
Whatever his question is.
No, I wasn't sure if you were legitimately asking.
Yeah, sure.
Davun knows nothing about the Amber Temple. Except that it is far to the south in the mountain.
Yeah, you're right.
Now, Unda could be asked.
Okay. I will ask Unda about what he knows about the Amber Temple.
It is treacherous, snow-covered, cold.
Where is it?
It's the mountain of Kaliki.
Point.
Mountain of Kiliki.
I point south.
Is the...
Okay.
It is south.
Now point to Perez.
It is west. Southwest from here.
Okay.
Your map sucks. It's southeast from here, but that's okay.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting we're way over on like the
From
corner
where
of the
you
map.
We're pretty west.
Yeah, I keep forgetting we're at the corner of the map. So it's a little southeast from here.
Okay.
Yeah.
From Valaki, it would be southwest. But
Correct.
Yeah.
But like when he points, as you're coming down the hill, there's a bit of a clearing, and you see like a mountain, like Mount Doom type shit, all the way off in the distance that's snow covered. That's what he's pointing at when he says Amber Temple.
Okay.
It is not safe, but perhaps with time, it is passable. It is evil, much like every place in this land. I'm mixing up what was discussed between one character and another, aren't I?
No, I think the problem is you didn't take any good damn notes. What notes did you take?
You kind of gave me one-liners.
No.
how far is Perez from Valaki?
That's a DM question because, I mean,
You would know exactly how far it is.
it is an hour west.
No, it's a little bit farther than that.
2 hours west.
You would know it's about 5 miles straight down the Luna River.
5 miles straight down the Luna River.
That doesn't really give me any information.
It's 5 miles from Valaki straight down the Luna River.
So not far. 5 miles is not far.
No,
From Valaki,
it's a day's walk or less.
it is.
5
You would also
miles.
know there is no road. It is through the wilderness. So you've got that to take into account.
So Valaki is going to be our hub wherever we go.
Right.
So
It's sort of the white run of this
let's
map.
sort out Valaki first.
If you go 6 miles, it from Kretsk to the Luna River crossroads is approximately 6 miles. So from that 6 miles, it would be a mile and change. So
Point of order. When he first got here, he had a horse.
yeah,
Does he still have a horse?
Yeah. I mean, if we're
actually
walking...
theoretically, as long as somebody else didn't lose a horse, you have 2 horses right now.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, I'm walking with it because we're all walking. I'm not gonna
What's
get
the
on
name
horse
of your
and get ahead
horse?
We do not name these animals.
Oh, that's silly. I'm going to call it Doug.
Okay. Is this name important?
Can we
It is to me.
procure a couple more horses?
Where would you like to procure
I have a
horses?
feeling
I
the
don't
people
know. Asking him.
in Vistani do not have many. It is out of your way. Perhaps in Valaki. Do not think the people of Kresk want you to take their horses. They want
I'm
you to
assuming
leave.
we're out of Kretsk at this point.
Yeah, more or less.
Anybody else want to give any input?
Heading to Valaki.
I've said the thing,
What?
windmill. That was the word.
What do you want to do?
I'm good with hitting Valaki first and then working out from there.
Right, but we're working in 4 different cardinal directions to go to these places. So
If we backtrack,
we need to pick an order of things because again, if we're not going to be passing by Brez in a convenient manner, then I don't have an interest in going there.
Well, no. I mean, it's It's a mile outside of Valaki to shoot south to Berez. From what?
You said 5 miles.
No, it's 1 mile outside on the Svalich Road, and then 5 miles through the woods.
Right. Just, yeah.
Unda will continue to say that it's not a safe place to go.
Yeah, we know.
We get that.
Whether or not
Nothing
you
is
care.
safe.
This is known.
This is known.
So I
To
don't understand why you keep
to
repeating it.
backtrack a little bit on the temple, because I missed that note. There was once an ancient order there, and it's rumored that magic is sort of there's some sort of magic there.
An ancient order of
The Phoenix.
I don't know.
monks, knights, wizards, priests.
Sure.
Tieflings.
Where ravens?
I believe they were called the Order of the Silver Dragon? Is that correct?
Lucas, you do me a favor?
Sure.
Roll a die.
I got an 18.
Good. So,
I was more immersed in our RP than taking notes, and I did not take notes.
Lucas and I talked for about 20 minutes, and I saw him write down 4 sentences.
Yeah.
So, since he got the 19, the Order of the Silver Dragon is something completely different that you've not mentioned.
Erase that from your memories.
It's still on his sheet. He can still talk about it because...
Like, you never said Order of the Silver Dragon to him?
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
It has something to do with something completely different.
It's actually not even on my sheet. I just remembered it.
Well, that's good.
Write it on the sheet.
Recording now.
That's helpful.
Yeah, the recording is always helpful. R.E. Matt's start of the game. It was magic users, and I believe I told you the exact phrase that I used. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I intended to say at least, the Ember Temple is a storehouse of evil.
I think that's what I was trying to convey without saying storehouse, because it's a weird word.
No, that's a very descript and specific word.
Yep. So we have Warehouse 13 of Evil.
Oh, this got hard.
It was a different place, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. You can talk about that place too if you want.
I can't read your handwriting.
Argynvostholt is also on the way back to Valaki.
What is that?
What is it, Lucas?
These are the ruins where the Order of the Silver Dragon once lived.
The Order of the Silver Dragon. What's that?
It's an order.
Of...
Dragons. The silver.
They were silver, mostly. It was ruins of an order of knights.
Ruins? Not runes?
Not runes.
Ruins.
Ruins.
They're being sloppily said. So
Ruins of a stronghold. I mean, it is a hold. Argynvostholt. Of a group of knights. Order of the Silver Dragon.
Okay, so how far?
It is said to be haunted. It is known.
How far and in what direction is that?
Lucas has a map, guys.
Sorry, I can't.
You want to draw us a map?
You can't show us.
It's in his
I was
head.
told not to.
You're part of the party.
It's in his head. He doesn't actually have a
I
map.
don't physically.
Here's a piece of paper. I have artisan tools. Draw me a map.
It's actually north of Berez.
Argynvostholt is actually about the closest thing to you right now.
That's actually true.
And as he points it out, you can sort of see it clearing in the valley as you're walking down that there appears to be some sort of ruined place.
Want to go there?
Sure.
Let's go.
Our title track, Nocturne, provided by Sleep for the Weary off their new album, Nocturnes. To find out more about Sleep for the Weary, check them out on iTunes, SoundCloud, Facebook, and at sleepfortheweary.com. Join in the brothel conversation on Facebook. Questions, comments, and suggestions can be sent to between2crits@gmail.com. Like what you heard? Subscribe, share with your friends, and leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. Most of all, keep circulating the tapes.